Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Wine Nation TV. Did you know that American wine is a $162 billion a year business involving all 50 states?
With one tongue?
With one tongue. Hindi wine hard on. Pavona bone.
It's got blue balls.
Pavona bone.
It's got blue balls.
Did you know? With a name like Henry Wine Hard-Ons, Blue Balls, beer, it has to be good. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Get down on your knees. Go.
Thank you for watching this.
What else is new?
One, two.
Hey, Mr. Smiley Face, breezing into town. Shiny, happy people seem to follow you around. Kiss a couple babies, slap a couple backs. Man, that ain't how it plays on this side of the tracks. Nobody gives a damn about your fancy clothes.
We're here today at the Pebble Beach Show. We're at the Indian Village in Pebble Beach, California, with Louis Lucas, the owner of Lucas and Lewellin Vineyards, and Megan McGrath Gates, the winemaker from the same winery. How you guys doing today?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for coming all the way up here to the Monterey area. We've there's a little background noise you hear because we have got an audience out here today, but we wanted you to come up to tell us a little bit about your winery, your vineyards, and your winery, and what makes you special. So, how did the vineyard itself start?
About 40 years ago, my brother and I went to Santa Barbara County and put in a vineyard known as Tepisque Vineyards.
Yes.
It was the first major move of vineyard in Santa Barbara County, and at the same time we developed a vineyard in Paso Robles and also a vineyard in Edna Valley in San Luis Obispo. But we're from a family of grape growers. My father was a grape grower, my grandfather was a grape grower, my uncles are grape growers, and my aunts married grape growers.
How many acres of vineyards did you have?
At one time we had as much as 3,000 acres on the coast. At the present time we have 400 acres in 4 locations in Santa Barbara County, and we grow 25 varieties.
Wow. Now, are all of the wines that you produce made from grapes that you grow?
Absolutely. We grow all of our own grapes. We don't buy outside grapes. And all 25 varieties, we don't make wine out of all of them, but almost. And about 40% goes to our winery, which is around 30,000 plus cases of production. But we sell about 1,200 tons of grapes to other wineries.
May I ask what some of the wineries that you have a history of selling grapes to are?
Well, over the years, it's almost a who's who in California. But at the present time, I sell ZD Winery on the Silverado Trail in Napa Valley. I've been selling them Chardonnay since 1975.
Wow.
Jed Steel Wines in Clear Lake has been buying since he started his winery in the 1990. And then we have several small wineries around our area, like Rusack, McKeon-Phillips, in our own area that we sell grapes to. And then I ship grapes to Sokolblosser in Oregon.
Wow.
And I have a group of winemakers in Vancouver, British Columbia that I ship stuff to. So we're, and then over the years, originally I did a lot of work with Corbel and a lot of work with Sebastiani. But no, our vineyard is very personal. We grow all of our own grapes. We make all of our own wines. We don't have an outside management team grow the grapes for us. We do it ourselves. That's what I do. And I'm fortunate to have this young lady right here as a winemaker.
I was going to ask you, Megan, when did you get started with the winery?
Well, that could be a multifaceted. Oh, with the winery specifically, I thought you were going to ask as a winemaker in general. I started in 2007.
Where did you come from?
I'm an 8th generation Californio, descended from the Ventura area, a long line of ranchers and farmers. And I went to Midland School in the Santa Ynez Valley. It's a small college preparatory boarding school where I took my first geology class. And then I continued on to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, where I earned my BS in soil science with an emphasis in vineyards. And then I earned my degree in, actually a certificate in winemaking at UC Davis.
Now you have a large offering of different varietals. How come? Why do you grow so many varieties? And in what areas are the varieties that are most suited for?
I told you I grow grapes, and for me, it's the ultimate challenge. My peak challenge at the moment right now is a variety called Nebbiolo, an Italian variety. But the versatility of Santa Barbara County lends itself to growing many varieties because we have the right climate. I always tell people it's climate, soil, and care. Those three main things, and you always have to. It starts with the climate. And we have that in Santa Barbara County. And then the challenge of these other varieties, whether it be Malvasia Bianca or Dolcetto. We bought out a neighbor about a dozen years ago who was Italian, next door, my neighbor of 19 years. And overnight, I went into the Italian wine business. And at the start, I thought I was going to graft it all out and go back to just the regular French varieties. And then the challenge showed up where I retrellised and changed pruning styles, and right now I think that we're making fine Italian wines in California. For example, Nebbiolo, everybody else has quit on it. There's 167 acres left in California. We have 15 of it. I refuse to take it out. And Megan's first attempt is in the barrel right now. It's the best we've ever made. And it's going to make a nice Barolo style wine. And but each grape lends its challenge. It's like having kids. They're all different, and the challenge is there. And then for me, Megan's addition, the fact that I have someone that I can really work with, where I can do it in a vineyard and bring it to her, and the thing for us right now is we used to compare ourselves to the Napa Valley. Those days are over. We are Santa Barbara. We got to stand up. And our Cabernet is not going to be like Napa Valley Cabernet. As a matter of fact, we're probably closer being a French style of Cabernet than we are Napa style Cabernet. So we are what we are, and her style of winemaking will bring out what Santa Barbara County is, and it's something very good because we do not have tremendous heat down there, and I grew up in Bakersfield. I can tell you about heat, and so you have a place where you can grow grapes with good balance, good acidity, low pHs, and all the things that are essential for grapes as well. Most importantly, flavor. And so for us, growing all these varieties is the ultimate challenge, and we're like a group of boutique wineries because some varieties only have 4 or 5 acres of each. Right. Fresa. We're the only, if you put Fresa on the internet, we're the only ones that show up. It's not even mentioned in the book that there's Fresa in California, and we have like 2 acres. And that's my Italian friend that we bought the vineyard from put that in. So it's a challenge for us to do those things. And again, where we are lends itself to doing it. And of course, with her help, we're going to do it.
Tell me about you have 3 product lines. Could you distinguish what's unique about each of the product lines, and then also tell us a little bit about where the wines are available at?
Sure, I'll say something maybe Louis will like to add. Lucas and Lewellin is the eponymous label. It's the main label, and it's mostly our French clones or varieties. Okay. Burgundy and Bordeaux varieties, as well as Rhônes, which was Syrah. Mm-hmm. Sauvignon Blanc and the wonderful whites as well, Chenin Blanc, Chardonnay. And then we have Mandolina, which are all of the Italian varieties. And this is
Pinot Grigio.
This is a Pinot Grigio, yes. And we also
very nice.
We do 2 whites under this label, a Malvasia Bianca. And then we do a number of reds, Dolcetto, Sangiovese, Barbera, a Nebbiolo Barbera blend, a couple of other super Tuscan blends under that label. Am I forgetting one?
I hope not.
Close enough. And then our third label is a lifestyle brand. It's called Queen of Hearts. It's somewhat novel. It's the actual playing card on the bottle.
What are the price points on the wines?
Okay. Total price points in Lucas and Lewellin, including all three varieties, retail. When we're talking about retail, our retail is from $8 to $40. Okay. We have a Petite Verdot and one Cabernet that's in the $40 range. Mm-hmm. But most of our wines are in the $12 to $20 range. Right. Our biggest seller is 7,000 cases of Pinot Noir that retails for $20, and most places sell it for $15.99.
Wow.
The Queen of Hearts label is, we call it our value brand. The biggest buyer of that is Albertsons. Mm-hmm. And we make a Pinot that retails for around $12 or $13.
Wow.
And then the other varieties are in the, depending on the markup of the individual place, anywhere from $8 to $11 or $12.
Very reasonably priced.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But we're for what we do, there's value there. The other thing is we have to do volume. We have to do some volume. Like I told you before, I can't afford her for 500 cases. So it takes, somewhere there's got to be break even in this business. Mm-hmm. And for us, it's probably like doing 50,000 cases a year to be able to afford the winery.
What are you up to now?
We're over 30,000. We're approaching 40. We're in 20 states. One of the difficulties today is marketing because the big distributors control the deal. So we usually get the secondary distributors. And we've tried a few of the big distributors. We get lost in their big book. Mm-hmm. They might not appreciate me saying that, but we do. We get lost. They can't find us. Mm-hmm. And but with us, we give, the other thing scares some people is the number of varieties we have. Some of them are very small. We have a great club. Our club loves the variety they get. We make special wines for our club. We make a special Cabernet, a special Pinot.
And you have over 2,000 members, I understand, to your wine?
In our wine club. And we do a lot of events. We have a pruning party in the winter. You talk about a crazy time.
So now, if people want to come visit you, where can they come visit you?
Solvang. The Danish community, the so-called Danish community. We're right in the middle of the Danish community. We have a tasting room, Lucas and Lewellin in one block, and the next block we have Mandalina. Oh. Right in town. Solvang has about a dozen tasting rooms now. Los Olivos down the road probably has 20 tasting rooms.
Wow. So this is a good area for people to go spend a couple days down wine tasting.
Wine tasting there, and we've got new restaurants coming in because of the wine country. And because we're so close to Southern California, when we ask people where they're from, it's usually Orange County, San Diego, Pasadena. We have just a lot of people that come up for the day or for the weekend, and that has been growing. And word of mouth helps. Tasting rooms are public. That's where you meet people and do things.
That's great. Let me just ask one final question. It sounds really interesting. Of course, you have a website. What is the website?
www.llwine.com. So that's LL singular wine, llwine.com.
And I want to ask you one final question is what do you see for the future for Santa Barbara County as far as both vineyards and wineries?
With what's happening in the world today, we've stayed pretty much the same. We had 10 years ago, we had 20,000 acres, and today we still have 20,000 acres. But we're seeing the first removal of the first vineyards. When I first got there 38 years ago, we're seeing a few of those vineyards being removed and being replaced. So we have some of a loss going on. But we're a very small deal in this wine business. But I think we're special because of our climate and what we do. It's just a great place to grow grapes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're having fun. Hey! Hello! The wine country of California! Marino! Wine nuts! Hey, wine nuts! Good stuff! Is it commercial? Good stuff! Savino! 2003. Pavona! That's it, you're cut off, lady! Who's driving?
Play that saxophone now, make it sing.
Am I used to Jason? like 400 email to my friends. I sent every week to San Francisco, to San Diego, and I say, oh, you have to take off this guy, Lucas, come on! Everybody excited!
Dancing.